What's going on with y'all? It's Jeff Lightsy Jr. And with the recent passing of Kobe Bryant, I really been thinking about the life and legacy of some of current people or sporting figures that haven't passed. What will be said about them when they're gone? What will be their lasting legacy? And one person that just I couldn't get off my mind was Colin Kaepernick. So Colin Kaepernick, as we all know, took a stand for the injustices going on for black people across America and took the knee, and just all hell broke loose after that. I mean, the whole he hates America and this and that and all the bad press that he was getting for something that was courageous and righteous. And at the time when the NFL blackballed him from the league, I figured Colin would go down as a civil rights activist along the lines of, as far as sporting wise, along the lines of Jim Brown and Muhammad Ali, right? Like, now he obviously played in a different time. He's playing in the 2010s. His activism is different, but it centers around the same focus, and it centers around the same concept. They're doing what needs to be done for black people, and he's doing it at the highest level, at the NFL level. Now, since all of this has went down, there has been different things that have occurred in Colin's life that some people may believe diminishes his legacy somewhat. Let's go for the fact that he won his civil suit against the NFL. Let's point that out. The NFL paid him upwards. There's so many reports of how much money he won. Basically, they admitted to saying, hey, we kept him out the league because of him taking a knee, right? Like, he won that lawsuit in court. I don't know, there's estimates between 60 and 90 or $100 million he may have won from the NFL, but we don't really know the numbers, or at least I don't. I've done a bunch of research, and it's just a bunch of guesses. Nobody knows. And so, but he tries to play again. Now, some people believe that him attempting to play again kind of diminishes it, right? Like, it's like, you won. Like, you proved that they were keeping you out of the league for your stances, for the right causes. You standing for something that you believed in that was justified for taking the knee for the killing of unarmed black people. Like, you won that. And trying to get back into that same league that admitted to blackballing you may diminish your legacy somewhat. They're just depending on the person. I wouldn't necessarily say that, simply because when Muhammad Ali was banned from boxing because he wouldn't go to the Vietnam War, he eluded the draft, he went back to fighting, right? So we don't diminish Ali's legacy for that. No, he went back to box. That same organization, that same sporting organization that suspended him for standing for something. Basically, he was like, yo, y'all not take care of black people here in America. Why would I go fight these war against these people? They ain't done nothing to me. I can't even get treated right here in my own country. So, but his legacy wasn't diminished for that. So I don't think Collins should be diminished for wanting to play football again. And he held the workout, which that's a whole different thing. It was all staged. They never wanted Colin to play in the NFL. Like, NFL teams don't want Colin to play in the league anymore. Like, so that whole workout with the Atlanta and then moving it, not allowing him to take his own video, so then he moved it to the high school. Like, that whole ordeal was just crazy, right? And so they never wanted him to play. So they're going to use that against him to harper his legacy. Basically, Colin had the scheduled workout from the NFL. It was supposed to be at the Falcons facility. It was on a Saturday where all the college football games were being played. Colin didn't like that he couldn't shoot his own video or own his own rights to the video or distribute it the way he wanted to. So he moved it from the Falcons facility to a high school, I think about 40 miles or whatever away from the Falcons facility, and just a lot of people were upset about that, and they used that to tarnish his legacy. Okay, there's that. And then there's the fact that a lot of people's like, well, if you just want to play football, go play football for like Canada, or more recently the XFL, which has done well. We told you guys that it would do well and it would challenge college football, but they reached out to Colin and they basically said his salary demands were just out of their budget, right? It's been reported that Colin wanted $20 million to play in the XFL. We heard the same thing when the AFL formed. They said he wanted $20 million to play in the AAF rather. And their guys make, like, the top guys don't even make $500,000. So there's no way they can pay someone $20 million. And they'll use that to tarnish his legacy and say, well, if you just want to play football, if you still want a presence, right, then go play. Like, go lower your salary demands and go play. But But I don't think that should be used to tarnish Colin neither. I mean, but rightfully so. I mean, maybe you could say, well, the longer you're out of football, or then you won't have the platform to be able to continue to speak out about what's happening or the injustices to black people in America. But I don't know if that's necessarily true. I think Colin's stance has been made. I think Colin should go down as someone in the prime of his career gave it all up for us. He gave it up for Eric Gardner, for Trayvon Martin, for Tamir Rice, for all the unarmed, for Sandra Bland, all the people that were unarmed, that were gunned down, that were killed, and America just swept it under the rug. America just went about their everyday lives as if nothing happened. And so Colin decided, this isn't right. I have this platform. I'm a starting quarterback in the NFL I think he was making $20 million a year. I'm going to say something about this, and I'm going to do a silent protest, which is legal, a silent protest. And it was hijacked for a while about him saying he doesn't love America and all these things, but he made his stance clear, and I think his legacy will be one that 50 years from now, when we talk about civil rights leader in the modern day, not necessarily during the civil rights activists during the 60s, 50s, and 60s, but someone in the modern day in the 2010s, 2016, 17, 18, 19, Colin Kaepernick will be someone that we will always remember, and someone that should be put in our history books, that essentially threw away his NFL career for us. You let me know what you think. What is Colin Kaepernick's legacy to you? How do you think it? Do you think he was just someone who garnered a lot of attention and that relished in the attention? Or is he someone, like I believe, is a civil rights leader in the modern day and that should be talked about in history books and classes, moving forward? Once again, my name is Jeff Lightsy Jr. here with the Ball Sports Network. Hit the thumbs up button. Let us know your thoughts on Colin Kaepernick, and we have a bunch of other videos. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.